Good morning, students. Welcome to week 12. Week 12 and 13 for the marketing class. We're getting into digital tools, Facebook, Instagram, Google My Business, and others. So this week, we're going to be looking mostly at Facebook and Instagram and also Google My Business. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I will post this lecture on the Canvas site. All right, so we're looking at digital advertising tools. And what I will say about digital advertising, whether it's social media or search engine marketing or search engine optimization or influencers, vlogging, blogging, email campaigns, all the different things that are out there, we want to remember that there's a customer at the end of our message. So our message needs to solve a problem for that customer, provide some benefits to that customer with our products or services, and it needs to resonate with our customer. What you'll notice as consumers is you probably get a lot of ads for products and services that you're not at all interested in. And that's because the power of digital media has gotten to where it's very easy to blast out your message to a lot of people on these platforms for a very low cost. However, it's not a good thing for a business to be promoting products and services to customers who don't want those products or services. You're going to turn those folks into brand haters. So we want to be careful, and we want to be very focused with our media dollars and our media messages to make sure that we're getting in front of the right customer with the right product and with the right message. And when we don't, we're spending a lot of money on media, promoting products and services to customers who don't want those things. Not only is that a waste of our marketing budget, it also erodes our brand in the eyes of our customers. So we want to keep that in mind as you are putting together media strategies. Be laser focused on who your customer is, know exactly what their attitudes, interests, and activities are, which you can get on social campaigns now. And know that they want your product before you start advertising. This slide shows you a fictitious Facebook business page. I know Facebook is a little bit more old now, and we're using Instagram and TikTok, and these are all wonderful platforms to be on. Facebook and Instagram are the same company. The parent company is Meta. So Meta, Mark Zuckerberg owns both of these companies. And when you put something together, say you have the ability for your business page, a Facebook business page, to also populate on Instagram and vice versa. So they can link the two. Facebook was the first platform to kind of build out their advertising platform. So they've got a very robust advertising platform. We're not going to get into the nuts and bolts of constructing an ad campaign on Facebook, but I'm going to point you to the tutorials where you can learn how to do this. That's what this link is here, the link to Meta Blueprint. Meta is the parent company, and Blueprint is where they offer their training. So that's what that link is there. You can go do that on your own. This week's assignment, you'll see, is taking you to Meta Blueprint, where you can explore a couple of video tutorials and learn some things about Instagram advertising, Facebook advertising, etc. But it's very easy to set up these pages. Now, for educational purposes, we're not going to go all the way through to create a campaign where you actually have to break out your credit card, right, and run that campaign. We're not going to do that. But you can get fairly far in the process and then just close out of that before you actually start the campaign. You can select your audience, a lot of good things that you can do first. One of the nice things about setting up a Facebook business page, same for Insta, is that it moves all your users over to that business page. So you already kind of start building your list. And Facebook has got some excellent advertising tools like Facebook Live, where you can do a live webcast, basically, and that goes straight out on Facebook. And those rank very high on those results. And obviously, Insta has reels and posts and a whole bunch of other things. So there's a ton of options there as well. Facebook also has the ability to schedule events. So you can schedule business events, a webinar, or an actual push people to sign up to go to an event. They even got purchasing options. So there's all kinds of things you can do here. This is me just setting up a fictitious Facebook business page so you can see how easy it is to set it up. You see in my fake business page, create an ad is right there. And that takes you down the steps of creating an ad. We're not going to do all that here in the time that we have, but know that these tools are here and available to you, and they're super powerful. The other tool that's free and super powerful and relatively easy to set up is Google My Business, where you can set up a business profile on Google. And the great thing about setting up a business profile on Google is that when you will now be on Google Maps, when customers are searching for a business, one of the first things they do, as we all do, is gas station near me, food near me, grooming salon for my pet near me, right? And it's going to pull those up for you mobily. Oftentimes our purchase decisions and our search is done mobily because we're out and about looking for that business in the moment. If you have a Google business profile set up, you will show up in that search for that customer. And people are just doing searches overall for different types of businesses, consulting business, hair and nail salons and things like that. So when you have a business profile, it increases your search results with Google. And then they can see that you have an actual physical business. So you can actually do this for your own home address. I don't encourage that you do that. I did do that with my fictitious Mamvolution account. And it's kind of fun when you do a map search and I put in there looking for fitness consultants near me, and I'm in my neighborhood, and sure enough, Mamvolution would pull up showing my house. Now that's kind of creepy, right? People might actually come to your house. So in this assignment, when you tackle this one, you'll see that there's some steps to kind of setting it up. And if you actually want to do the verification step where you do link to an actual physical location and you're providing that address, there's like a postcard step. They mail you a postcard to verify your address, et cetera. You wouldn't have to do that step. So, but that's a powerful tool. And if you already have an existing business with a business address, then you definitely want to get onto Google Maps through the Google Business Profile. We can't be talking about social media without talking about content, and we can't be talking about content without looking at content calendars. You're not doing this in this class, but I'm just showing you some examples of content calendars. So this is one for Instagram, and it's color-coded by the different tools you can use on Insta, whether it's live or a post or a reel or a story or a carousel post, all those options. And you can see this content creator uses this calendar format to organize it all out. When am I doing my live posts? It looks like that's the first day of the week. When am I doing a feed post? When am I doing my reels, right? And so a calendar is essential for those of us that are going to have content creation as part of our work we do in our career. Here's another example, social media calendar. And you can see that it's set up with Instagram, with Facebook, and with Twitter. So there's a variety of content calendar templates that you can find out on the web. I've put some links into this week's resource page, the week 12 resource page. You're not creating any, we're doing some practice content in this class, but you do not need to create a content calendar. If you were doing content work, you would. But check out those templates. Here's another template. Days of the week, the full month. There are many of these different templates. A quick note on hashtags and keywords. Hashtags were pretty popular for a while. They seem to have a little bit fizzled out as being a popular thing on social media. They're still there, and oftentimes one of the first things we were doing was generating our hashtags on things. Hashtags, they connect social media content to a specific topic or an event, right, or a conversation. It's meant to convey emotion, it's expressive, and they're used by humans and interpreted by humans, right? So when we follow somebody on a hashtag, it's a human created that hashtag, and we're following it as a human being. So that's different than keywords. Keywords are essential words related to your product or service idea. If I was selling mountain bikes, for example, mountain bikes would be part of that keyword. Maybe I specialize in full suspension carbon fiber frame mountain bikes. Then those additional keywords of carbon fiber, full suspension would be in my keyword items that I put in my website and on my content and in my messaging, so that when people are doing a Google search for my product, they're going to be keying something in like, I'm looking for a full suspension carbon fiber mountain bike in San Marcos, right? Those are keywords that you use. So you want to think about what are the most important phrases and individual words that consumers are typing into those Google searches. Those phrases and those individual words are keywords. A phrase like, I'm looking for a carbon fiber mountain bike, that's a long tail keyword, like it's a phrase. And then an individual word like carbon fiber would be a short tail keyword. So audiences, your customer is going to use keywords when they're searching for your product or brand, right? These are precise terms to find specific content. So you want to have a good list of keywords. And there are tools, which we'll get into next week, where you can do searches to find out what are the common keywords related to your product or service category, and even find out how many folks are using those keywords and how much they cost. So keywords increase your search engine results, your organic search engine results. If you type in carbon fiber full suspension mountain bike San Marcos and you put that in your search, then you're going to get some sponsored ads up top, but beneath those sponsored ads are the organic results. Those are the non-paid results that came up from the phrase that you put into your Google search. So organic search results and scoring high on organic search results as a business is search engine optimization. That's the term. So having explicit, good keywords and a variety of keywords, maybe even misspellings of your product or service, because sometimes people type things in wrong, is all part of the search engine optimization game. We'll do some research around keywords next week in the class, but know that keywords are searched by bots, right? So the search engine bots and algorithms are searching those keywords. Why do we care about keywords? Because it's going to help us when people are searching for a product or service online. This is the assignment for this week, but I need to tweak this. So I'm going to stop here and kind of stop sharing my screen. So I will tweak that assignment. So you have a couple of assignments this week. We're going to jump into some of these meta tutorials, and you can choose which topics you want to research on. And you have a couple discussion questions for the 2 tutorials that you pick. And I'm also going to give you another assignment related to either Facebook or Instagram or Google My Business to complete this week. All right, reach out if you have any questions. Have a great week.